All right, good afternoon, Central Indiana. Wanted to pop on here and give you a quick update on weather we have moving in this afternoon and evening. Huge changes coming our way over the next 24 hours, over the next 12 hours, pretty much. As you can see, I've got the weather map pulled up. This is not. There we go. I've got the weather app pulled up, and you can see already in Illinois and right on the edge of the border of Indiana, storms are starting to pop up, and look for this to continue on throughout the day as the front moves closer to us. Severe weather already in north central Illinois, right on the Indiana border, as storms are firing. They upgraded the risk factor to, I think, a level 2 for much of central western part of Indiana, to include Martinsville. Cannot rule out a severe storm, cannot rule out a tornado today. So let's take a look at this radar. I think that's the front way back there. And I think that's what we're going to have to contend with. They're saying like 8 o'clock tonight is time-wise, is when stuff could be bumpy with us, but we shall see. Current radar not available. Lovely. So we'll stick with Central Illinois. So anyway, that's just one part of it. Severe storms today. It's going to start getting windier as I can look outside and see the wind blowing already. And once this stuff moves through 10, 11, 12 o'clock tonight, then the flash freeze is possible. Any moisture on the ground, cars, road, it's going to freeze because it's going to go from 60 to 20 in about 3 or 4 hours. And it's going to get cold and windy. Wind chills are going to be a factor again. So tomorrow morning's commute for all of us going back to work tomorrow could be dicey. I don't know exactly what those, probably frost or freeze warnings, wind chill warnings, but that's way out there already on the other side of the front. But these storms, let me refresh this. These storms are already producing severe weather, or had already produced severe weather in Illinois. Indianapolis radar is currently not active. Super. So it's not updated. That's the issue. Okay, so there you go. That's the most recent updated one. Hello, Amanda. In our area, this line's going to form. Severe weather is going to march east and come through about 8 o'clock, so about 6 or 7 hours from now. That's what we're looking at. Severe weather, high winds, chance of tornadoes, can't rule that out. And then the bottom drops out and you're going to have flash freeze. So we're getting every bit of weather possible pretty much over the next 12 hours. Just got to stay alert, stay aware, watch the radar. Just don't get caught out in it. That's my biggest concern, is always. You don't have to run to your basement or nothing like that, but just be prepared in case something does go wrong. Everyone's like, tornado. Well, we could have tornadoes in January and December. I think it's happening every month at some point in time. So this is just where we live. But this is going to be a nasty front coming through once it forms up and dives towards Indiana. And it's the latest. Hello, Wendy. Once it comes through, it's going to be about 8 o'clock tonight. It showed on the latest radar right over central Indiana around that time. What's up, CB? So depending on what time and how bad, I'm just kind of bouncing. I could come back on later. There were severe thunderstorm warnings as this storm came across. But here's this is the main thing. What we got to watch out for is supercells popping out ahead of it. Hello, Courtney. But as of right now, nothing in our area. Some rain to the north. Storm between Gary and Lafayette. But it's going to be some time before it gets here. But man, are we in for a big change. Temperature's going to drop. It's going to be bitter cold later on tonight and tomorrow. Bridges and overpasses and roads and sidewalks, any moisture that's left on there, they're going to freeze instantly. So tomorrow morning's commute could be a bit dicey for those of us. How you doing, Court? For those of us that have to drive tomorrow morning. So I wanted to pop on here and at least give you a heads up. Probably be back on later this evening as the front gets closer. It's getting really windy out now. I'm seeing the trees sway across the street here right outside our studio. So plenty of time to get done what you wanted to today. Temperatures, what is it? It's like 60 out there now or something, even higher. So got time. It's gloomy and overcast as this system approaches us. The main squall line or storm line, they're saying around 8 o'clock. That could change between now and then. If it does, we will keep you posted. So stay safe. Enjoy your Sunday. The holiday week continues for many tomorrow. Hopefully you get to stay home and not have to drive on the nasty road. So love you guys. Be safe. I'll be back on a little bit later on this evening. Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time, live from Casey's Cause Studio. Sunday night. Bet you didn't think we'd be right here on a Sunday night talking about tornadoes in northern Indiana and severe thunderstorms racing across the state, because as you'll see right here, that's what we've got. Tornado warning north of Lafayette. That's been on for some time. All these yellows are severe thunderstorm warnings, and this is marching our way. Should be here. Hello, Michelle. Should be here within the hour or about an hour or so. Fast moving front. Back here, cold and snow. Ahead of it, warm, humid air, and this is what we got. So didn't think we'd be doing this today, but here we are. And I'm going to stay with you the whole time, at least till the line moves through, come hell or high water. And we got about an hour or so. They're not to Terre Haute. Well, we refresh this. This line's this image is a little bit behind, but not much. They're probably just knocking on Terre Haute's door now. If you're on that side of the state and you're live, give us an update. If anybody has an update, feel free to share the love with us. Bitter cold tonight after the storms go through, and tomorrow then the biggest story will be the flash freeze that's going to happen on the highway and the roads and the sidewalks and our cars and our gas tank. I just went and got gas. I knew I needed gas, and I was like, I'm going to do it now because I don't want to fight a frozen gas cap tomorrow morning. So this is what we got. Pretty good line. Area be affecting us. I'm assuming they're going east by the way the direction of the storm warnings are. This will be our baby right in here. Severe thunderstorm warning right up to the edge of the border. These cross over in Indiana, and a tornado warning up north of Lafayette. Hello, Tish. So we're still about an hour or so away. It's going to move through quick. There's not a lot behind it as far as storms or anything like that. The good thing is there's no supercells out in front of it. So I would assume these are all wind events, a strong outflow or whatever they call that. I'm not a weather guy. I better fix my camera. I'm not a weather guy. Hello, Joy. Hello, Mr. Fields. So, heavy winds. Pretty good downpour. And here and gone. Good evening, sir. But we're going to watch this as it closes in on us. Excuse me. I know we got a lot of viewers out in Putnam County and things like that, and down south of Bloomington, and so I wanted to be on here. Hello, Arthur. So it's heading our way. Gorgeous day as far as temperature. It was an awful windy, but kind of doomy, gloomy clouds. But you can't beat 60 degrees last week of December. How you doing, Tish? And I mean, it's going to get cold. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Frida. Hello, Timothy. Cold for a couple days, but I didn't see anything stupid over the next 5 days, which is... Hello, Lisa. Mr. Kevin. So I'm happy with that. I don't like the sub-zero temperatures. All right, they extended the severe thunderstorm warning to include Vigo and counties up through there. I imagine we will be under one as this marches forward. And this line runs, it runs all the way to Texas, just about. I thought it did. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's check the radar down here. Yeah, it does. That's what I thought. All the way down past Little Rock. But there's all your watches and warnings. What's up, Brad? Hey, we were told we needed to do more. So here I am, Storm Central, Timu Ports to Timu weather right now. Hello, Deborah. I want to say this, that Brad popped on here. Martinsville lost a cornerstone in Mr. Deckard, lifelong friend of their family. He actually has his minister license. He actually married myself and my wife at the time. I worked for him. I grew up with Phil Jr. You can't replace guys like Mr. Deckard. He was well loved, well liked, and well respected. Not only in our area, but across the state. And I always, when I started working for him, real estate, me and my wife Melinda at the time. Hello, Rosie. Nerves. I know. I understand. Tish, our very own weatherman. That guy would do our fair, then the state fair, and then he would go up to Michigan and help out up there. And Lord knows everywhere else. He was an amazing human being. I always looked at him as our mayor, whether he had the position or not. And I love and respect his family, and he is going to be sorely missed by many in this community. And I mean many. But his family is in our thoughts and prayers and always will be. And I wanted to say that. I meant to talk about it this morning, but I didn't get a chance to. So he actually had come in studio 2-3 times. Our first fundraiser. Hello, Cindy. He came in. Voice of Martinsville. You're exactly right, Brad. Hello, Joyce. I hope your weather's better down there than it is for us here. Our very first fundraiser we did for Matt, he calls us about 8 o'clock. He calls me. He said, Kevin, you're going to hit over 10,000 tonight. And I said, why don't you come in and help us close it out? 20 minutes later, he was sitting next to us. And he was just one of the boys, you know what I mean? You had Billy and Dean and Corey and myself and Ramey, and he was just one of the boys that night. Hung out, was given as good as he got, and Never forget that. And then 4th of July, we came in early and he read the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Hello, Pagan. Hello, Jeff. So love Phil. I know he's up there at Tim right now, so no more pain and all is well with him. For us, on the other hand, this line of storms moving towards us, it's going to be about an hour. Still one tornado warning north of Lafayette. All these are severe thunderstorm warnings, and I'm guessing these are for the winds that are associated with this front, with this line of storms moving through. Terre Haute should be getting it now. They are under severe thunderstorm warning. And if I drop this down, they do it in zones. Okay, zone. That's the Terre Haute zone. Right there. Yeah. Let's see the details. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. That's basically what it is. It's a wind alert. So this is going to be like this, excuse me, as it marches across the state of Indiana. It can spin up a tornado. There was a couple warnings there for a while, and we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to stay live and entertain you the best that I can. Which I don't know if that's possible. Kind of weird right after Christmas. Hello, Courtney. Right after Christmas, we get a tornado or thunderstorm event. But you never know. You just never know, folks. Right now, storms are in a line west and north of us, racing across the state. And they will be here approximately 7-ish. Wish I could find it. Oh, I know, Lisa. Hot, cold, freezing cold, stupid, snow, and here we are. Wish I could find that one radar. When you click on it, it would tell you all the fun stuff. I forget what site that was on. But they're closing in on us. Maybe I'm about a half an hour too early, but we got viewers and family right out in this area out in here, so I wanted to make sure I was on here for them. Let's check downstate a little bit. Pretty heavy line of storms moving south of us, moving towards Evansville and the southern part of the state. This is going to be, hello, Matthew. Is Wisconsin getting heavy snow? I don't have it on here, but oh my, I'm assuming that's all snow. And it's curling, so it's coming back in off the lakes and gathering more water. Huh? No. I didn't mean to do that. All right. I'll quit playing. Just keep an eye on these. As these roll through your area, if you're on, let us know. Wind damage, heavy rain, lightning, whatever. I got a frog in my throat. Excuse me. Big frog. A bullfrog. Exactly. I'm done with winter. Blizzard warning, lovely. Hello, Josie. Hello, Tammy. Nope. Day after Christmas, I'm done with winter. It can snow up to that point. But January and February, I despise them. The no fun months. just kind of a waiting game. Yep, come on, spring. Can't get here soon enough. But we know it's going to snow in January and get bitter cold, and the groundhog's going to feed us some BS, and we know how it goes. We've played this game before and lost. Nothing new as they move forward. Storm should be in Terre Haute now. Out there in Cataract area, 2 feet of snow. Snow over tornadoes. Nah, I agree with you there. I agree with you there. 2 feet of snow. That's enough. That would bite your tongue. No more snow. Over a tornado direct shot, yeah, I'd take snow at that point. Nothing in our immediate area. Maybe a sprinkler or two, but it's coming off to the west of us. Dragging along. I figured it'd be moving quicker. I wonder if this radar's messed up. No? It's all showing the same. Alright. Snow can be, especially when you got to drive in it everywhere. Pretty decent storm getting ready to roll through Terre Haute right now. If you're in Vigo County, hello, Shelley, or over that way. Kind of seek shelter. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings associated with this front as it moves through the state. Right now, it's all wind event. 60 plus mile an hour winds. That's the warning. There was a tornado warning up in here or a little bit earlier. Actually, back in here. But right now, just severe thunderstorm warnings across the state and the area that's going to get us, if all things being equal. Pretty healthy dose if it stays together and goes due east. As I said, anybody out in the Cataract area, Cloverdale area, any area to the west of us as the system rolls through. 60 and sunny and beautiful Johnson County. Franklin. Let's go over and look at Franklin. Let's take a look, see. Well, they moved Franklin. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Pat, it's all's calm over there. Maybe a little bit of clouds. Maybe a sprinkle or two come your way. But you'll catch what we catch right after, shortly thereafter. All quiet right now. All quiet right now. I don't know if there's a lightning show with this or not. I don't see a bunch of lightning, but we'll know here in a little bit, or if you look to the west, if it's lightning or not. She's coming through pretty quick. It was 80 and sunny. It was sunny and 70 here earlier. Not so much now. I keep refreshing to see if they extend those warnings out. Imagine they'll go here next and then probably down here. Calm before the storm. Shelley Morrison will probably get it just a little bit before us. Well, maybe not. Hard to tell. that edge of the storm may hit you right before it hits us, or about the same time. We're a little further west than you, so it might be about the same time frame. Still looking about 7:30, 7:15. What's up, Mikey? Hey, 1915 is going to have a bunch of music New Year's Eve. I plan to be down there. I'm going to try to go live, hit and miss. Can't be live while the music's live, but just kind of do the thing, and then I'm going to see if they'll let me go live with the drop of the ball. So that's coming up. Hello, Sharon. I didn't see that. Okay, there it is. It popped up on my phone. But 1915, I'm going to try to sneak in there, save me a spot, a chair, and a little table out of the way, just to have some fun and watch the ball drop on TV. Even if I'm in the back corner, just... Should be a fun night. Hello, Wanda. Again, severe thunderstorm warnings, pretty much from South Bend all the way down to St. Louis and beyond, associated with this front that is approaching us. And as soon as this thing goes through and the cold weather comes shuffling in behind it, it's going to get cold and it's going to flash freeze. So we're going to get all sorts of weather here. But thus far, just a wind event. Gusty winds, 60 plus miles an hour associated with the front. Thank you, Cynthia. Appreciate that. So it's going to be a long, okay, yeah, now it's updated. Into Terre Haute it goes. No tornado warnings across the state. And I look for them to extend this one towards Danville, Avon, Eminence, Cataract area here real quick. Hello, Joy. Hello, Kagan. If anyone's in the storm, in the line of the storm right now, let us know what you got going on. Feels like springtime. Feels like it's a March or April and we're in here doing spring storms. But no, this is a Christmas, January, or New Year's Day storm. There was two tornado warnings up here north of Lafayette a little earlier. So it can happen. Don't like to see it, but it can happen any month of the year. Hello, Nessa. Charge your phones. I went and got gas because first thing I thought of was like, I need gas. And tomorrow morning, my gas cap, my gas lid, will be frozen solid. So I went and got me gas so I don't have to jack with that tomorrow morning. Hello, Gracie. Hello, Rachel. Right now, just severe thunderstorm warnings associated with this. Oh, as I say that, the new tornado warning. Let's take a look. That is right along US 36. Show details. Capable of producing a tornado near Rockville, 19 miles north of Terre Haute. Radar indicated rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous. Rockville, Waveland, Roosevelt, Mecca, Cecil, Hardin Lake, and Judson. That runs until 7 o'clock. in that cone. So tornado warning. Central Park in west central Indiana, southwestern Montgomery County in west central Indiana, and northwest Putnam County in west central Indiana. That is moving east-northeast at 45 miles an hour. Figures right when I say that. So tornado warning right along US 36 north of Terre Haute. We don't even want any more of that. I don't have any flashy thing to post up there that says tornado warning. I could put something on here. Raccoon Lake, tornado warning. Yep. Right in that area. This is the National Weather Service website that I'm on. Right along 36. Radar indicated. Let's look in there and see. Yeah, you got a pretty good. Again, I'm no weather guy, but from just paying attention, looks like you got a little twisty twist there. This would have it back here, though. I don't know. We'll see. They can keep them. We don't want anything. We don't want tornadoes. I keep refreshing. So these storms aren't playing around, folks. Now's the night to put your Christmas tree out of the curb. It could end up in Johnson County, Pat's house. Tornado warning for Park and Montgomery and Raccoon Lake area right along 36. Running east, mainly east-northeast. So if you're in Danville and Avon and Brownsburg and all that, might as well start seeking shelter because that's heading right for you. Craziness. Craziness. They have rotation. Yeah. Radar indicated rotation. That's what the alert said. Nothing verified yet. Allie, are you at Raccoon Lake? Or are you just hearing that? That is where the tornado is. Central Park County, southwestern Montgomery County, northwestern Putnam County. The warning runs until 7 o'clock, tornado warning. Radar indicated rotation. That is the only tornado warning as of right now. Let me refresh. The line is moving through Terre Haute as we speak, heading east. I look for them to start extending this across the state. They might do like they've done before and just make a big box. But I assume in the next 30 minutes or so, between now and 30 minutes, we will be put under a severe thunderstorm warning. Pretty much the entire state will be under severe thunderstorm warning, mainly for wind gust, but Terre Haute chatter, thank you. Mainly for wind gusts, but these can spin up rotation. Thank you, Allie. As seen right here, a tornado warning west out of. No, Tracy, this is all headed right for us. The tornado right now is north of us, heading east. It's not gonna. That tornado warning doesn't affect us. No, it's running right along US 36. But I mean, this whole system, you could have spin ups like that at any point in time on this front coming through. So that's why I keep refreshing. Oh, they dropped it. They dropped those warnings unless they're going to reissue new ones. Can't see them leaving a tornado warning. 58 miles an hour plus at Rockville. I look for new ones to come out because this one's got a tornado warning with it. Hello, James. Hello, Camilla. I'll just give it a few minutes and then we'll refresh it again as it moves closer to Warren County. Putnam County, Owen County, you guys be ready. It's rolling into your areas now. Our system that we're looking at, the storm is right along I-70. It actually stretches. Oh, we got more warnings downstate. West, I believe that's over in Illinois. West of Vincennes in Illinois, you have 3 different tornado warnings heading towards the state line associated with that front. And of course, the tornado warning up here. This area down here has been a hotbed for tornadoes the last year or so. So many have hit south of Bloomington to I-64. We're keeping our eye right here in central Indiana for now as this system moves closer to us. No new warnings yet. I'm shocked at that. Let me refresh. No. They did extend that one into a bigger box, and I look for them to do something like that with us. Cover. You're right, Kinsey. Yeah, it's 2025 is going out with a bang, that's for sure. Snow, freezing cold, and now tornadoes. 1 tornado there, 3 just across the border from Vincennes. If you're in southern Indiana along the Vincennes-Sullivan area, please be on the lookout. But I mean, anywhere along this line, these rotated radar indicated rotation pretty much on all these, I bet. So these can spin up at any given time. He did not extend it into us yet. Hello, Whitney. Hello, Diane. Just to recap right now, there's a tornado warning for the Rockville area right there in the red, right along US 36, associated with that cone. This whole entire line has been a severe thunderstorm warning. This one just ran out. They have not kicked it back on yet. I'm kind of surprised. 3 separate tornado warnings west of Vincennes in Illinois, moving east. All this entire system is moving east. So if you look at Martinsville and draw a line, we're going to get about the same, some of this stuff that's going through Terre Haute right now, which was storm warned just 2-3 minutes ago. Bring on the naders. Well, Seth, it should be knocking at your door here any minute. You got a tornado warning running north of you. Seth's about right in here. Where's Monroe Villa? Yeah, he's about right in here. So I do not like this, Sam. I am right. I don't either. I'd rather be at home being in bed lazy. I was like, no storms tonight. I'm tired. I'm lazy. That was the shortest 4 days off in the history of mankind. I don't want to do work tomorrow. But here we are. I ate entirely too much food. Let me see if they've updated the severe thunderstorm. There they go. I figured they would. All right, severe thunderstorm warning kicked out all the way. Let's get some towns up to Cloverdale, right up to Quincy, Spencer, Freedom, right on the edge, Worthington. I figured they'd do a big box like that. And they'll end up extending that to us as well soon. What's up, Anthony? Here's the 3 tornadoes down, or warnings down in southern Illinois, getting right across the state line. Here is the tornado warning up in the Rockville area. Thus far, that's what we've got. Everything else is a severe thunderstorm warning. Mainly high winds associated with this front as it moves across the state. As it slides across the state, just a wind event, but these are all radar indicated rotation. So you got to be on the lookout, folks. If you're in the Danville, Avon, Brownsburg area, seek shelter. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, which will be eventually kicked our way as the system moves through us. About another 40 minutes before it hits us, I believe. It's just came through the Terre Haute area. I'll stand out and soak it all in. You're our Monrovia, Northern Morgan County correspondent for weather. Hello, Julie. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Christy. Hello, Nikita. It is December, and those are tornado warnings, and those are severe thunderstorm warnings. You're not dreaming. And we have a line of heavy storms coming towards us. It's going to go through quick. That's the good thing about it. There's not a lot of weather behind it as we go to radar over here in Illinois. That's snow. Those are snow showers. So this cold air wraps in quickly. But there's no more severe weather as far as storms as soon as this line goes through. But we got to go through it. Negatives today, snow tomorrow. That's where we're at. That is where we're at. Cloverdale area, you should be getting ready to get some of it. Brazil, Poland, Clay City, Lewis, Farmersburg, Coal City. You guys are all in the path of Greencastle. They've changed this. Let's see what they've done now, if they extended this or not. Let's look at that tornado warning. We want this one. Show details. Waveland, Roosevelt, Cecil Hardin Lake, and Judson take cover now. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornadoes located in Rockville. Hazard tornado source radar indicated flying debris. It didn't give the breakdown of the counties like it did before. Okay. Did they extend the time on it? No. They weren't as descriptive on that one. I'm not trying to jinx you. I'm just telling you, that blue stuff that was on the radar out there on the west of us, that's snow. All right, this tornado warning still north of us, running along US 36, Rockville area. The line has already moved through Terre Haute. Radar indicated tornadoes can spin up at any given time on these, so don't be surprised if we get put under one. Share this, please. Helps us out, helps the city out, helps the community out. Gets the message out there that we're at least trying to help. We may not be as good as the guys on TV, but we're trying. Hello, Nancy. The guys on TV aren't sitting there playing with a cap and drinking water and bouncing around as much as I do, so they're not as fun. And they've got a pointer. I wonder if I could implement my pointer. Can you guys see? You guys can't see my pointer on there. That's kind of a bummer. Let's refresh one more time. All right. Wow. There's like 100 tornadoes down here west of Vincennes now. 1, 2, 3, 4 tornadoes. They canceled. They expired this one. It says 5 tornado warnings. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. They brought it back. It must have just been no, it's gone. I don't know what's up with this radar tonight, but I only see 4. Anyway, severe thunderstorms to our west, moving closer to Morgan County, right here in central Indiana. There is a tornado warning, or was a tornado warning for this area right in here. I don't know if it's just canceled or if the radar's jacking up, but I don't see anything right now. From Mooresville to Bloomington, we've got a line coming right at us. Hello, Robin. If you're out in that area and it's already moved through, let us know. High wind, lightning, what you got going on. Give us a little heads up, if you would. .43 on a Sunday night in late December, and we're talking naders. Let's go down here to Fort Branch. Look at this radar. All right, so they did extend it right along to the border. Trace it a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is down in southern Indiana, west of Vincennes state line. Lots of rotation in that area as we move further north. We had a warning associated with this part of the storm right in this area, a tornado warning that has since they've removed it. Yeah, that whole area down there is getting a little hammered. Oh, there went County down Morgan Street. I feel bad for those guys having to go doing their stuff out on a night like this. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's the same. 4, 5. Who knows? Lots of rotation in that area of the system. So far, just the one up here in that little area, I assume, and they've allowed that to be canceled as these storms should be getting to Cloverdale now, close to Greencastle, Cloverdale, Brazil. Seth, you should start getting rain here before too long. I'm way north. My bad, Seth. You got a little bit. I was way north. Anybody out west already through the system, let us know. I'm curious of what reports, if it's just heavy wind. This one bothers me because this is the path that they've been going. Let's hope that fades away. This entire structure is just nasty looking. Let's look at Fort Branch radar. Just tornado warnings all across the southern part of the state. Hello, Bill. Closer to home, just severe thunderstorms marching towards us. As this gets closer to this line, they'll extend this box, I'm sure, to cover most of, if not all, of central Indiana. And then the cold air hits. Flash freeze after this comes through. As we roll into the evening and nighttime hours, it's going to get bitterly cold. Hello, darling. Anything on the road that doesn't get blown dry by the wind is going to freeze. Temperature tomorrow morning is going to be around 20 with cold, cold, cold wind chills. Hello, Misty. Not the fun wind chills. All right, we're watching our area, but we're also keeping an eye down here as this system, hello Natasha, comes across the southern part of the state. All sorts of warnings here. All the tornado warnings for Indiana at this point have expired or been canceled. So right now we're still just severe thunderstorm warnings. Hello, Adrian. Hopefully this will come through without a whimper and we'll be fine. Taking a little bit longer to get here than what they had originally thought. It's still going to be 7-ish, but we're probably still a half an hour, 45 minutes away. It just depends. Still got these warnings down here. West of Vincennes. Crazy. Nothing new in our area. If you live between us and Terre Haute, you're getting ready to get it. And this line covers the entire state. Severe thunderstorm warnings all the way down through the state associated with this front. Hello, Frank. Hopefully it'll lose some steam, but doesn't appear to be. But back behind it, just cold air. Some snow showers. There were some snow showers over here in Illinois, right there. I heard Madison and Milwaukee, all this up here, they're getting blizzard. If it'll give it to me. Yeah, all this rotating off the lakes. This is like 2 feet of snow up in these areas. Stuff we don't like. Hello, Stacy. But closer to home, severe thunderstorm warnings. And tornado warnings west of Vincennes, 3 or 4 of them. Pretty sure these are all radar rotation. Hello, Justin. Radar indicated rotation. That was the case up near Rockville earlier. We're just going to ride it out, folks. I imagine a big gust of wind, some heavy rain, maybe a little bit of lightning, and call it a night. And then the wind switches around to being out of the north, and yeah, fun stuff. No changes on that go round. Remember the old Weather Channel? I miss that. I wish we could. I've said we need to set something up like that on a YouTube channel or on here or something that can just play continual. You just have to do one for the morning and the evening and then overnight. As long as there's nothing funky going on. between that and 7171, that kept us alive back then. That was good stuff. How many of us used to call 7171 to get the temperature? Especially on them. Oh, there was no 2-hour delays. There was no missing school. It's -7. Get out there for that bus, boy. That's what. Okay. There was no 2-hour delays. We didn't miss school because it was cold out. No changes. I look for them to extend. Hello, Tracy. To extend this warning out to us as this line moves through. Mainly, the severe thunderstorm warnings are for wind events, 60+ mile an hour. Blaze, I've seen you're on. I was going to try to message you. What's the deal down here in west of Vincennes? Lots of radar indicated. Are you out and about, or are you at station? I mean, this whole line down here west of Vincennes is just lit up. Wind seeker out hunting, or are you parked somewhere? Stuck at work. Well, I mean, the odds of an event like this on a week between Christmas and January are slim to none, and of course, we're having it. I look for them to extend this warning out to us here any minute. The 4 tornado warnings are still west of Vincennes over in Illinois as the system makes its way into Indiana and the southern half of the state. The line is moving closer towards Morgan County as we speak. Hopefully it'll be a quick blow through and we'll be out of it. But lots of radar indicated rotation. They did have one up here in 36 earlier at Rockville that they had a tornado warning on, but they canceled that shortly thereafter. But you never know on stuff like this, on nights like this. There's no supercells or anything like that, but you have two air masses just colliding, 60 mile an hour winds, or 60 degrees on one end and 20 on the other. Weird things can happen. The severe thunderstorm warnings are all basically wind events, 60+ mile an hour along the front of this entire line as it moves across Indiana. No changes yet. Hello, PJ. Hello, Darlene. Uh-oh, here we go. There's a lot of wind shear, which is causing storms to rotate. There's already been a couple confirmed tornadoes in Illinois, including one known wedge that was photographed. Wow. The sporadic surge of tornado warnings in southern Illinois near the state line is from the storm bulging out right there because of a surge in shear. They actually had a wedge tornado in Terre Haute today, or in Illinois today. That is crazy. Well, Blaze, thank you for the update. And if anything else pops up that we need to know, feel free to jump in here. And he is a professional. He does this 24/7. I do look for this to be extended here any minute as the system moves closer towards us. That's crazy. Wedge tornado in the middle at the end of December. Hello, Michelle. So lots of wind shear down here causing the rotation. Radar indicated thus far. I know I keep refreshing, but I'm waiting for them to extend that severe thunderstorm warning out across the central part of the state, which should happen here any minute, is what my guess is. It says temperature to rise. 64 degrees outside right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. 64 degrees at 7 o'clock this late in the year. This is why you get rotation. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. Holy cow. I'll see if they can see this. But look at that wedge tornado. That's this afternoon over in Terre Haute. Or excuse me, over in Illinois. That's insane. That is insane. Thank you, Blaze. I'm hearing sirens. Not that siren. Police sirens. All right, nothing new. I'm waiting on this radar to catch up. I hate hearing these guys going out. I don't know whether it sounds more like an ambulance. It was. Ambulance heading west on Morgan. If you're out in the Cloverdale area, it should be knocking at your door. It's probably already there. Poland. So, Eminence, you're not far behind. All these little burgs down through Jasonville, Shelburne, Sullivan, Duggar, and then you got these tornado warnings right up to the edge of the state down here in southern Indiana. And we're going to keep our eye right here in central Indiana for now as this creeps closer. Yeah, they just extended it. I just got the alert on my phone. Severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan County. This is the extension. It hasn't caught up yet on here, but this is the extension. Yeah, they're gonna do this all the way across the state. PJ, hope I'm good. I hope you are as well. They're gonna do this all the way across the state. This catches the edge of Morgan County, but we're going to be included in this extension here. Hello, Jennifer. Tornado warning still west of Vincennes. Seeing if they extend those into Indiana when they come across the border. PJ, it'd be a lot better if this was already past us. If you're west of us and you're already if you're in it or moved through it, let us know what's going on. Wind, rain, thunder, lightning, hail, anything like that. I'm hoping it's just a heavy downpour of about 10 minutes and moves out. Hello, Jennifer. Moves on out. No tornado warnings in our area, in our immediate area right now. All severe thunderstorm warnings, basically due to wind and the possibility of rotation. These tornado warnings are in Illinois, right across the border of Vincennes. But I mean, if you're east of this, take cover, because the whole system's moving east. I want to go out. I want to jump out of this. I don't like the way it just seemed to be dragging. Okay, well, it was legit. As far as National Weather Service goes, it was legit. Just kind of waiting and seeing, folks. Appreciate Blaze jumping on here and giving us some info. He's way down in Corden, working at the fire department, but he drives a wind seeker and storm chaser and all that. But he still keeps an eye on us up here, and we appreciate that. It said severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan County. Why it hasn't popped up, unless this is the little area right here they're talking about, but this is just okay. That slither corner. But I mean, this whole area is going to be under it here momentarily. So you get another alert on your phone. I don't like this one. This one here needs to go away, because that's one of these ones that are heading Bloomington, Monroe area. Just walked outside and saw lightning, nothing else happening. That is from our northern Morgan County weather correspondent in the Monrovia area, Mr. Ringer. He is roughly in this radius right here. He's within the data center radius. How about that? That's about where he is right there. Storm's knocking on Cloverdale's door now. Kristen, hopefully if you're not working, you're safe. Kristen is in this area. Let's refresh. Nothing yet. I'm good with that. No big changes. Appreciate our northern weather correspondent coming in clutch for us, letting us know what is going on northern half of the county. What's up, Sparrow? Severe thunderstorm warnings pretty much from northern Indiana all the way to southern Indiana along this edge of this front. Mostly or mainly for a wind event and rotation. As you can see, we've already had a couple tornado warnings in Indiana, but these are radar indicated rotation along here. But as Blaze just showed us, they had a freaking wedge tornado in Illinois this evening. So weird things can happen. So we're going to keep an eye on it as it inches closer to Morgan County. We are under severe thunderstorm warning, but The only thing thus far is this area right here down by Whitaker and Paragon, Gosport area. But this whole area is going to be extended out to us here momentarily, and we'll all be under one. That's the nicest title I've been given. Rain has touched down. Yeah. This little area right in here. You're getting it now. This is probably already on top of you. Well, let's get it on. Let's get it going. Let's get it over with. I'm ready for this to be moved out. No warnings, no push out of the warning yet. I'm kind of surprised at that. No change down there. Still have tornado warnings right along the border with rotation. But closer to home, we've got just the system to our west as it slides towards us. Cloverdale area right now. Quincy, Harrison, Eminence, of course, Paragon. All these little towns will be affected. Pretty much every town and city in Indiana is going to be affected as this moves east, as the entire line shifts east. Hello, Keaton. No tornado warnings in our area right now. There's plenty to our south. There was a few up in the northern part, north of Lafayette earlier. There was one along US 36 at Rockville a little bit ago. But as of right now, just severe thunderstorm warnings from top of the state to the bottom. Lightning picking up now at the Monrovia Weather Studio. Wow. I mean, that's hard-hitting reporting right there. That you can't get county coverage the way we've got it. I mean, knocking it out of the park tonight. So there is lightning associated with this. I haven't heard anything from any other reporters. Had a feeling he was going to get it to hit today. Mr. Arthritis has been hitting me hard. I hear you, Mikey. Hello, Tina. All right. No change as of yet. This line is kind of pushing out a little bit ahead of everything else. Should be in the Cloverdale's right there. Mooresville should start to get rain here pretty soon. It is raining in the Monrovia area now, according to our northern weather correspondents, live from the Monrovia Weather Studio. Don't think we won't put a camera up there, Seth. Yeah. One of the big retractables that you throw in the sky. Hello, James. No tornado warnings for us currently. Just severe thunderstorm warnings all up and down through the state. Jenna Green made dinner just in time, so if anything happens, at least we'll be eating good. Hey, you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do. That's why I said I gotta go get gas because I don't want my gas cap frozen, my lid frozen tomorrow morning because I needed gas for the week, or how many other days I'm going to work this week. All right, system getting ready to move into Morgan County. I look for this warning to be extended to us momentarily. If you don't have that weather alert on your phone from the county, what'd you make anyway, Jen? I'm nosy. You should get that. I actually got the warning on my phone before it updated on the computer. It's probably all done at once anyway, but I thought that was interesting. I got the alert on my phone before the radar, the digital radar here made the adjustment. No changes yet. Nothing going on down at Vincennes either, as the storm's just crossing the state line down there. And this system is just through Cloverdale right now, moving into Quincy. Eminence, you're in the firing line next. Eminence, Monrovia, Wilbur. Hello, Jeremy. I'm surprised this has not been extended yet. I gave it just I mean, I can't say I'm not extending it. Seth has reported lightning and rain in the Monrovia area. Seth is a trained Porch Time Timu weather advisor, so I gotta get him a shirt. I gotta get him a shirt now. I mean, it's a given. All right, just kind of waiting it out. That's all we can do. That's all we can do, folks. We're at the mercy of the storm. Hey, I said earlier, I know it was kind of not weather related, but 1915's having a bunch of music, live music till 12:30 on New Year's Eve. I'm going to see if I can go down there and go live, hit and miss, and then carry the ball dropping live on Facebook, whatever channel they have it on. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know about a copyright thing or whatever, but who cares? It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Remember that, kids. But I'm going to try to go down there and go live throughout the night. Should be a fun night. That's coming up on New Year's Eve. New Year's Day. Hello, Jennifer. Paragon is... she's crocheting away listening. Thank you, dear. Paragon right now is just on the outskirts of it. Just kind of waiting. I mean, everybody's going to get this. This line runs from Fort Wayne to, I mean, technically it runs all the way down to Little Rock. If you punch up the radar down here. I'm sorry, now down to Dallas almost, into Texas, Louisiana. So we're all going to get it in one fashion or another. But behind it is bitter cold air. Just got a huge gust in Sherman. Thank you, Sharon. Hello, Karen. Yeah, I think these are little outflow boundary thingies, as Blaze would say. Bitter cold air behind it. Real quick, we'll do this one more time. Where's my radar? This is all snow out in west central Illinois, snow showers, so to speak. So it don't take long. It's all in God's hands right now. That's right, Mike. Hello, Stacy. It don't take long once this front comes through, the bottom drops out. Currently it's 64 degrees here at 716 central Indiana. And I still look for this to get extended. I'm surprised they have not yet. maybe it's dying off. And yes, if it gets too crazy, I will shut this off and walk to the back and start praying, because I am on a 1-level building. But if anything, if it blows a hole in the wall into the donut place, I mean, I'm going in for donuts. I'm going out with donuts. Storms have made their way into western Morgan County, I believe. Are we close to imminent yet? Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, right on the edge. So, about ready to cross into Morgan County. It has up in the northern part up here. Closing in on Seth's area, right off State Road 42. Hello, Brittany. They have not extended the severe thunderstorm warning yet, shockingly. I'll double check. I'm going to go down to Fort Branch. Radar. Well, they're just getting hammered down there. Nope. They have not extended it. The heaviest line right now the heaviest part up here looks to be right along, of course, I-70 moving east, which will hit Monrovia and Mooresville. Oh, I'm sorry. They did extend this severe thunderstorm warning now. There you go. That's what I was looking for. So we are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Pretty much Indy Metro all the way to, is that Muncie or down near? Or Fortville area, Pendleton, and down to Martinsville. And don't worry, southern Indiana, they'll extend these two as they move forward. So, as expected, severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan County. Take that off my phone. Now we just kind of wait it out. Hope we get no rotation. Hello, Judy. Hello, Brittany. Allie's back on. Wind is picking up out there pretty good. They canceled the tornado warnings down on the storms in Illinois. I don't know if they'll pick them back up on the Indiana side yet or not. We'll see. We have had tornado warnings in Indiana tonight. 2 up north of Lafayette and 1 right along 36 near Rockville. Yeah, see, I just got the update on my phone. No tornado warnings across the state, and they've chopped away some of the severe thunderstorm warnings in the northern half. Hello, Brittany or Andrew or both. We're under severe thunderstorm warning. As you can see, let me zoom into our little rock. As you can see, the storms lined up to our west coming through into Morgan County now. There have been, what's up, Mr. Hoskins? There have been radar indicated rotation on and off with this front in northern Indiana, central Indiana, and southern Illinois. There was a wedge tornado confirmed on the ground in Illinois at one point in time associated with this front. So, gotta watch it, gotta keep an eye on it. Right now, it's severe thunderstorm because of the potential. It does have a very heavy wind, 60 miles an hour, but potential for rotation, wind shear, and all that can happen at any moment. So pretty much most of the state now is still under a severe thunderstorm warning at some point. as this line moves across central Indiana, into Indy Metro as well. It is hitting the west side as we speak. Seth, you should be pretty much in the middle of it, or getting close to be, right in this area. Hopefully he'll be able to give us a report before they lose power out there, out at Walnut Ridge. No lightning visible yet in Martinsville. I heard lightning out near Monrovia a little bit ago. This will move through pretty quick. Back behind it, much colder temperatures, snow showers, wind chill, blah, 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 blah. Welcome back to winter. You're very welcome. You know I enjoy this stuff. Even though I'd rather be home being completely lazy, laying in my bed dreading tomorrow was a work day. But I do enjoy this. I enjoy helping where I can. God gave me a big mouth, and I've learned to apply it in a proper way, somewhat, at times. So here we are, severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan County and pretty much all of central Indiana. It's moving east, and that's all we got right now. No tornado warnings, no radar indicated warnings. Hopefully you got gas tonight. Hopefully your phones are charged, because tomorrow when we wake up, everything's going to be flash frozen. Your gas lids are going to be frozen. Your windows are going to be frozen, so you might as well not even go through a drive-through for breakfast. Hello, Sharon. Unless you park in the garage. I now have a garage, but I don't use it. We like your mouse, Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia. I'll take it. Danville. Excuse me. Danville's getting it right now, moving into Avon, Brownsburg, Speedway area. Already past Cloverdale. Monrovia's knocking on the door now. Eminence, you're right on the edge, if it's not already there. Paragon, getting close to you as it comes to Martinsville. Mooresville's seeing rain now. I did finally get moved. I threw away so much stuff and gave away even more. Stuff that I'd just been holding on forever for no reason. I had a full walk-in closet. I told Patty, my sister Patty runs a Red Barn. I said, "Come down here. You can take all that. I don't even know what's in there, nor do I care. Take every bit of it." Let's refresh. Make sure there's no red boxes over Morgan County. I'm good with that. Let's check southern Indiana. Tornado warnings have ceased down here. It's a pretty nasty front, though. Pretty healthy line of storms. The biggest bulge area is between Danville and Avon right now. Oh, I agree. The house is selling, yes. Closing date could be this week. Just depends on a couple things. Right here between Danville and Avon, that's a pretty good storm. Eminence is finally in it, almost out of it. Cloverdale's on the back edge. See, it moves through pretty quick once it does arrive. The rain line is should be just coming into Martinsville right now. It's into Mooresville. Seth, you should be right in the middle of it right now if you got an update for us. Hopefully our Monrovia weather correspondent can. Thank you, Lisa. I got my fingers crossed, because you never know. I was a real estate agent for off and on for 14 years, and I've had deals close that I never thought would have, and I had deals fall apart in the last hours that you're like, there's no way. It happens. Yes, sir. Still in town. Out on East Morgan by the graveyard. I see dead people. Mooresville's getting it now. Just on the edge of the main stuff. By car, it's 30 seconds, so yeah. Let's refresh this one more time. I'm serious. There's all sorts of people pulling in. I wonder if they're the donut group. No red boxes, that's what we want to see. And I'm good with that. No tornado warnings anywhere across the state. Mooresville looks like it's going to catch the front edge before we do. Down here. Duke has power. Is there a bubble around you? Probably so. I don't see any. I don't see any weather warnings or anything. Well, you're in the severe thunderstorm warning area, but I mean, I'm still mad that they cut Olive Branch out. So I drive by your new place every time I go to church. Yeah, we're right on the way. Olive Branch was my favorite road to get to. Where's it at? It should be right in here. Doesn't pop up. To get to 135. And they got rid of it with the interstate. So the access point, of course. I don't even like going up that way anymore. All right, Mooresville, you're first on the firing line here. Or you're next on the firing line as it's moving into Monrovia as we speak. Mooresville is next, and then eventually it's going to make its way to Martinsville. Just checking down south for those spin-ups that they had earlier. No tornado warnings anywhere. Olive Branch. I loved Olive Branch. I loved that drive. It was easy. I know it's still there, but you can't access it from the interstate. Let me see if it shows it. There's Whiteland Road. There's Stones Crossing. Should be, there it is. That's my favorite drive. She's windy. I get tickets because we're a sponsor, but yeah, I don't have to leave my house. I can sit in my backyard and listen to it. Yeah, I love Olive Branch Road. It's a great little drive, nice little scenic area. Probably not far from where you live. All right, here we are. Knock, knock, knocking on Martinsville's door. Hello, Kaylee. Hello, Mindy. Hello, Heidi. Severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan County as the system moves into the central part of the county. Severe thunderstorm warning pretty much for the entire 2/3 of the state. But as of right now, there's no tornado warnings. There were some earlier. Seth, you hanging on out there? You're right dead center of it right now, buddy. Well, it's probably moved past you. Radar-wise, you're... All we got so far is she's windy. Prayers, Michelle's down in Greene County and her power's out. Sorry to hear that, dear. A couple streets north of you. Greene County, let's go down here. That's a big old storm you got rolling through there right now. Yeah, that's a pretty good pocket. That storm was spinning up radar indicated tornadoes earlier over in Illinois. You be careful. Closer to home. Is it going to get really bad here? Raining in Brooklyn. It's beating against my house currently. It's going to get windy. It's going to rain hard. It's going to blow hard for about 20-25 minutes. And I think we'll be good. My opinion doesn't mean we're still in a tornado watch. But as of right now, there's no tornado warnings. And I keep refreshing, double checking, and checking my phone. How's the lightning in that out there, Seth? Any at all, or quite a bit? Hey, torrential rain. This is a good time to bring up one of my main sponsors, one of my favorite human beings on the planet, American Basement Solutions. Cross-based issues with water, get a hold of Larry Ralph. And if you've just ever... I'm scared of tornadoes. Tiffany, I am too, dear. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-4009-2837. You're very welcome, Christine. Pretty frequent lightning. Great. That is one of my fears here, sitting in an electrical room with a bunch of communication equipment that I couldn't afford to rebuy again right now. So, any cross-base issues, water damage, things like that to your foundation, get a hold of Larry. He is an amazing human being. And if you ever see him out and about, just stop and talk to him. Wind is loud. Seth, you're saying things I don't like, mister. I was hoping you were going to say it's just a little dribble. Let's refresh as the storm knocks on our door. Mooresville, you're in it. Shelly, got an update on us? There is another. I am blessed because that lady right there is another one of my sponsors, Teresa Messmer, Key Realty. You want to buy a house? Get a hold of her. You want to sell your house? Get a hold of her. If you want to talk about possible sales and buys and foreclosures and short sales and things like that, get a hold of Teresa. I have some of the absolute best people that support us. I am in the thick of it right now. Lots of lightning and wind and heavy and loud. Sounds like me on a Friday night. That's probably you right in there. Seth, be careful, buddy. The good thing is, once this blows through, it's over with. We just got to look forward to Arctic air, flash freezing, and wind chills tomorrow. He is right up here by Monrovia, just south of Monrovia, in this little area. Hello, Crystal. If you're just tuning in, severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan County, for all of central Indiana, for pretty much the central part of the state, north to south, from Kokomo down. No tornado warnings currently. There have been tornado warnings as the storm has progressed across the state, southern and central and northern. Storm is here in Mooresville, lightning and thunder. He says Wilbur area, but it's Monrovia. I mean, 6 of one, half does the other. I think his front door faces Wilbur, his backyard faces Monrovia. Rain and thunder in Paragon. Oh, wow, I'm off big hurricane and heard what sounded like a small tree or big limb hit my place. Check the cameras outside and it's getting wild. We are getting it. All right. Martinsville's next. Paragon is next. Paragon's just getting it now. You all stay safe. I was going to say it's just on the edge of Paragon right now. Seek shelter if possible. Don't be standing looking out the window like Seth is, or standing in the backyard. Mooresville's right in the middle of a doozy. Heavy rain, wind, and power outages down in Greene County. That is looking nasty. Has not hit Monroe County yet. It is moving that way. Checking on Devon's little area right in here. She'll be in the line of all that coming up. Martinsville, you are next. Mooresville's in the middle of it. I'm here. It's here. I'm stressed eating my dinner now. Jenna, be safe. Just walked in my bathroom and saw a munchkin and thought I landed in Oz. Unfortunately, it was just my... and your little dog, too. Follow the yellow brick road. Yeah, Paragon is getting it on the front edge of it right now. Mooresville's getting ready to clear it, and Martinsville is next. Paragon lost TV, lost cable. Sorry to hear that. Don't encourage him, whatever you guys do. Should be closing in on the Ville as we speak. Lake Edgewood area, you should start to get it here pretty quick. As long as we don't get any red... Oh, there we go. That Bloomfield system, just like we said, tornado warning for the Bloomfield area. Michelle, that's down there by you. Cincinnati, Salisbury, Hendricksville, Coling. This will be sliding south of Bloomington in the Lake Monroe area. I'm glad Logan doesn't live down there anymore, but she's had so many tornadoes skim past her house in the last few years. And that, she's about right in here. It could head right for her again. Ugh. Logan, you need to move. Eagles barely beat the Bills 12-13. I don't watch NFL. I'm gonna text Logan. I'm telling you, you need to move. Hang on one second. All right. Waiting for this initial thrust into town here. Munchkins have accepted me as one of their own. Weather's a lot nicer here now. Yeah, I mean, once it clears, it's done. There's just rain in the background. Not anything heavy, nothing, no storms, nothing. Because the bottom's going to drop out. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Joe. Tornado warning for the Bloomfield area. Salisbury, and if you run this out, Harrisburg, Yellowstone, Night Ridge, Belmont, skims along 46 to Nashville. Hello, Rosie. How are you, dear? Right along the edge of Logan's house. But this storm has been creating radar-indicated rotation all night. It was over in Illinois doing the same thing. And I mean, it even looks nasty. So probably going to slide south of Bloomington. It's going to be on 446, Bloomington and Lake Monroe, if you're down in that area. Closer to home, let's take a look at hearing thunder. They just extended that severe thunderstorm warning out for the rest of the central part of the state. And it's knocking on her door now. She said she's good. We'll tell her not to worry. A little bit of thunder, a little bit of rain. Peregrine's right in the middle of it. Crazy, yes, very crazy tornado watch in December. Peregrine's right in the middle of it. Mooresville has about cleared it. Big gust here. In case we had a big blow. Hello, April. Yeah, we had a big gust of wind here in studio. Peregrine's looking like it's going to come out of it. Monrovia and Mooresville the same. Martinsville is next, and Franklin, Greenwood, Whiteland, Beech Grove, Shelby's area up here. You're about to get it. This took longer. Their initial report was going to be 8 o'clock in our area. Then they changed it to 7. Here we are at 7:45, and it's knocking on our door finally. I keep checking for red, other than the tornado warning down in Bloomfield. From this system, that's the only tornado warning in the state thus far. As of right now, I should say, there's been warnings off and on throughout the evening. There's another one down here, Fort Branch area. This system's been creating rotation all night. Let's check it real quick. Yeah, wow. Massive line of nasty storms. right along Highway 65, southern part of the state, south of Patoka. This one's in Bloomfield, going to be crossing between Lake Monroe and Bloomington on 446. Saw some lightning here. Thunder's rolling in. Paragon, you're in good shape. Mooresville, you're in good shape. Monrovia, Cloverdale. Martinsville is right on the edge of it. Beech Grove, couple of rumbles of lightning, no wind, no rain yet. You're a little bit away from it. Oh, it's over the radar right now. Oh, I'm in the wrong radar. I apologize. You're right on it. Yeah, it should be right there in your area. Hello, Kyle. Still, the only tornado warning right now is down in the Bloomfield area. Just name some little towns here. Salisbury, Cincinnati, Colleen, Hendricksville, Harrodsburg's up next. Tanner, Mineral City, Ridgeport. It's the storm right now is over Salisbury. So I imagine they'll either extend that or cancel that. Hello, Patrick. Right now hitting Ellettsville area, Devon's area is getting hit, and moving into the Martinsville area. We had a big burst of wind about 5 minutes ago where it tried to open in my front and my back doors. Please share this if you would. Helps us out. Helps the community out, and you never know. Someone could just be sitting at home not knowing what's going on. Here's some wind and rain now at the studio. Looks like they canceled the tornado warning, but that storm keeps coming and going, so I'd still keep an eye on that. That is a nasty part of the storm down there. All right. It's here. It tried blowing my door over. Sideways wind. My dog is shaking like a leaf. Must be close. I'm sorry, Kyle. Oh, it's on the west side of town here, so. Hello, Amber. Amber, I got to get with you because I want to try to be there for New Year's Eve and go live off and on and do all that fun stuff. I can't be live when the music's going, but I will text you a little bit later on when I get out of here, if possible. If not, I understand. I think it's going to be a fun night over there at 1915. All right, we're in the depths of it here now. You got to ride it out. You're very welcome, Amber. Hello, Melody. No power in Canby. Yeah, any reports like that come across, let me know. If I lose power here, I will go live with my phone. The tornado warning that was down here in Bloomfield has been canceled, but this storm keeps reorganizing, so here in Martinsville, just heavy wind. Looking forward to it, Amber. Hello, Pam. Hello, Luke. Heavy wind, heavy rain, a little bit of lightning and thunder. And remember, folks, tomorrow winter returns later on this evening. Flash freeze advisory is in place. Any rain that isn't blown dry by this wind will freeze. Your windshields, your gas tanks, your door locks, your sidewalks. You can hear it coming hard down at the fairgrounds. Hello, Justina. Yeah, it's storming pretty good out there right now. moving its way into Monroe County right now as we speak, knocking on Bloomington's door. Right along I-69, pretty much the boundary. We'll keep an eye on that. Hello, Amber. We'll keep an eye on that Bloomfield one. Ours is kind of looking, our area is kind of looking a little fishy down here in the forestry. I wonder if they're getting rotation just south of town. Corey, you on here? Baker Township? It's really raining now. Like, really, 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 really raining. Gotta watch that area right along forestry. Let's make sure there's no reds. No reds. That's what we like to see. If we have to have yellows, we can deal with yellows. We don't like reds. Cynthia, you're very welcome. We appreciate your guys' support. Pouring in Green Township, London? Yep. You have it coming your way. Be glad when this moves on. I don't like the raining hard by twig. I don't like the curvature. We need to get this out of our area. Yikes. Yeah, it's moving pretty quick now. Martinsville's on the back edge of it already. Moving out State Road 252 and 44 out towards Cope now. On up the way, Stone's Crossing. Hoskins, you should be right in the middle of it. Greenwood's getting it hard. Shelby's getting it hit hard now in Beech Grove. New Whiteland's next. Morgantown, it's closing in on you. Monroe County, it's just entering Bloomington now. This system down here is tricky. This has been rotating off and on all night, so be careful. West of there, heading right for Brown County State Park. And it's still 40 minutes away, though, so. Let's refresh one more time for the Martinsville area. Yeah, we're through the heavy stuff already. Hello, Erica. Hello, Deanne. So we're in good shape. Paragon, you're in better shape. Mooresville, you guys are pretty much in the clear. Rain behind it. Not lots of it, but some. And then when you get out here to central Illinois, where's the next radar? Here you go. This, my friends, are snow showers. That is snow. So yeah, good times tomorrow. Jackie Hayden says, yep, out by Painted Hill, strong wind and rain, 252, crazy lightning. There is another tornado warning down here in the Evansville area. Darmstadt. There was a Darmstadt in Germany. That's down here in Germansville. Let me get some little towns here in case people need to know. Aberfeld, Rosebud, Stanley, Littleburg's, Buckskin, right along 69 and 64, right at that interchange. Raining hard at 44 Hess Road. Thank you, Mike. Calming down now. Tish, I would say, let's go back up. Let me look at this tornado warning here down southern Indiana first. Yeah, right at 69 and 64, that area right in there. Pretty nasty. Be careful you go down that way. If you got family down there, let them know. Let me refresh up here to the Indianapolis one. Martinsville's past the initial burst. Yeah, I mean we're not in bad shape at all now. It's going to rain and be windy, and you'll hear some thunder, but we're in good shape. It's moving already into Bloomington now. Hitting Greenwood, New Whiteland. Franklin's next. Cumberland's already hitting it. Fortville, Pendleton, Anderson. Those are the towns right on the edge are getting ready to get hit by the front line of it. I'll stay with it for a little bit. I want to make sure this clears this area right here. I can be selfish because I got a kid that lives out here. There's a tornado's attract to her for some reason. Logan, if you're on, or Dakota. Hello, Brad and Mikey. Hello, Travis. Just lost a large tree branch on the roof, blowing pretty hard in Perry still. Wow. Pretty good winds down at Perry still. The main thrust has moved through the area. You're going to get some gusty winds. See, Martinsville's pushed past it. Bloomington's almost out of it, heading towards Brown County State Park. In that area, already out of Indy Metro. It's already on the east side. Seems like once it hits the center part of the state, it takes off. This is our only tornado warning right now. This is at the interchange of 69 and 64. You're very welcome, Sharon. Still, Cynthia says, thunder, hard rains in Martinsville. Will wind pick up after the front through Martinsville, not bad on Graveyard Road. That I don't know. I would assume when the actual front comes through. And I want to say it's not far behind this. Temperature's 65 now. Once you see that temperature do the about face, then we'll know. I would say it's going to pick up some as we get closer to the front, yes. Or as the front slides through. I'm keeping an eye on this system as it moves through into Brown County. Yeah, I was going to say, you guys probably are not far apart between Patty and Cynthia. And she got a tree on her branch on her head. And Patty, it doesn't have anything going on. Oh, I got to stand up. I got Bill at the door. Which...
Sorry to get you up.
Well, I normally don't have guests when I'm doing this, Bill, but
Well, sorry.
you're all right. That's why I always
sorry.
lock her.
Huh?
That's why I always lock her.
Oh, I don't blame you. Well, sorry to bother you.
You never know. I have people from the donut place also try pulling the door open. They forget what door's which.
God.
Patty got hit hard. All right. Oh, you guys are neighbors. So it's right there in the same neighborhood. All right, let's take a refresh here. Let's look down Monroe County real quick. Logan, if you're on, it's heading right for you guys next. Martinsville's in good shape. Mooresville's in good shape. Paragon's in good shape. This is probably your front right here, guys. See this secondary line? So we might get a little bit out of that, but so Cynthia and Patty they live right next to each other. All right, town's still yet to be hit. Franklin, Pat, you're up. Bean Blossom, Nashville, closing in on all these. Olytic, Bedford, Williams. And this storm that's produced the most rotation is just south of Bloomington now, heading towards Brown County State Park. Nineveh, you're about 20 or so minutes away. You're still in the severe thunderstorm warning area. Seth says it's paradise. It's paradise out in Monrovia. I ain't buying that. There's Nineveh, and there's the line heading right towards you, Nicole. But yeah, they're killing these severe thunderstorm warnings back behind it once the fronts come through. Mike says died down off 44 and Hess Road. Yeah, anywhere after that initial shock comes through, it calms down pretty quick. Was about 20 minutes here. About 10 minutes of bad stuff and about 20 minutes of it all. You'll get an initial, hello Tamara, you'll get an initial big blow of wind and then out in front of it, and then the main system will settle in on you. That's how it went here anyway. We didn't have that big of lightning. We had a little bit. Pretty good wind, pretty good rain. Standard thunderstorm. All right, Logan, you should be catching pretty good storm out there now if you're paying attention, which I hope you are. Franklin's getting next. New Whiteland's got it. Greenwood's about done. Beech Grove's in pretty good shape. Greenfield's heading towards you. And, of course, Nineveh, Bean Blossom, Nashville, Bedford, Heltonville. Let's refresh. No reds. We still got, oh no, they canceled the one that was down here in Evansville. How you doing, Jeff? I know, Tish, it's always a sigh of relief. Darcy, yeah, thunderstorms make us think wanting spring, but we're going to wake up tomorrow morning to winter. That is no kidding. Martinsville's in great shape. Going to rain for a little bit, and temperature's going to drop like a rock. I'm keeping my eye on this down here in Nashville and Bloomington. This has been the worst of the worst in our area all night. Just got a little wind, not much of anything yet. Who lost power? Bloomfield lost power earlier, but up in this area, I haven't seen any power outages. This system right here has been the worst, pouring down on the west side of Indy. This has been the worst of the worst in the central part of the state. It's had tornadoes spin up, at least rotation-wise, and I'm hoping this moves on out and doesn't cause any more ruckus. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more rain, but nothing stupid like we just had. Spencer area did lose power. Thank you, Jeff. All right, Franklin, it's knocking on your door. Nashville, it's getting close to you. It should be probably getting Logan about right now, right in this area. Other than that, it's not a bad rain. Hopefully no one was injured or loss of life if any of the tornadoes did touch the ground. They did have a wedge tornado in Illinois from the system. That's right, I stand corrected. Canby did lose power. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Lisa. We're going to keep an eye on this part of it for right now. I think we're in good shape. Biggest threat moving on out is the flash freezing, which will occur as this cold air rushes in behind it. And snow showers are possible tomorrow, later on tonight. Tomorrow, you're going to wake up with ice everywhere. Anywhere this rain didn't dry up overnight. So hopefully we'll keep some wind going. All right, Nashville, Bean Blossom, you're next on the line. Nineveh's closing in on you. Franklin, it's at your doorstep. Greenfield, it's at your doorstep. Beech Grove, you're in good shape. Greenwood, you're in better shape. Mooresville's good. Martinsville's good. Paragon's good. And Bloomington's actually in good shape now, too. Bean Blossom, you're about ready to get it. This is the part that I don't like. How you doing, Jessica? Moving into your area right now. As it went through here, we had heavy wind, heavy rain, a little bit of lightning. Thank you, Tish. You as well, dear. But your situation, this area down here by Night Ridge, this section of the storm has been causing rotation all night. As it's made its way, there's been some warnings pop up with it. So I was keeping an eye on this part of it. And always, of course, Logan lives just right in here anyway, 5 minutes outside of Nashville. So not out of the woods yet in the Nashville, Brown County area, as it's just moving in there. Thank you, Nicole. Thanks. Besides the rain and wind, we are good. Have a good night. Thank you, Andrea. And Andrew and Brittany, I'm sorry. I better move my wiper out so it won't stick. Yes. Pop your wipers out. Oh, great. I'm watching it move in. Yep. Just to your west. Martinsville's in good shape, Scott. Joe? You're welcome, Joe. Jeannie, what's the question marks? Did I miss a question? So black ice. Yes, black ice could be an issue tomorrow on the morning commute. Let's refresh and keep an eye on Brown County. Jessica's down there. Bean Blossom's getting it now. Nineveh's closing in on your Nashville. It's right there at your doorstep. And Brown County, it's right there at your doorstep. So this is the area of concern. It's kind of, you're welcome, Scott. Yeah, you got trees all over. You don't need any more to blow down in that area. I told Logan, I seen it went tornado warned down here in Bloomfield. and you tracked it out, it's right same area it is now. And I'm like, Logan, you need to move away from everybody because you're a tornado magnet. She literally lives right in this area, so bad stuff's going to go right past her. Again. Hello, Angie. We're keeping an eye on this section down here south of Nashville heading into Brown County. This section went between Bloomington and Lake Monroe across 446 and is headed towards Brown County State Park. They've received enough damage down there to last a lifetime. You're welcome, JC. And hopefully this will be minor. But this bulge right here has been worrying me as it went radar warned earlier in the night. Temperature's dropping here 62. It's dropped 3 degrees, so we must be on the edge of the front coming through. They said there's parts that can go from 60 to 20 in 3 hours. That's cold. That's too quick. So yes, black ice will be an issue in the morning. Ice on your windshields, ice on your gas tanks, lids. Fix your wipers. That's a good point. Who brought that up? Who was it that said that? Jeff, I'm glad you reminded me, because when I get home, I will do that first. All right, let's keep an eye on Brown County. Nashville's in the middle of it right now, just rolling into the state park. Logan is right in the middle of it right now. This area is nasty. That's the worst of this whole storm line right here between Monroe and Bloomington. Brown County State Park, south of Belmont, right at the TC Still Road. That's looking rough down through there, Jessica, if you're on. Hello, Jared. As soon as this gets through Brown County, I'm going to call it a night. Work tomorrow is not going to be fun. Heavy wind and rain is associated with this. Nineveh is knocking on your door. Franklin's right in the middle of it now. Morristown's coming towards you. Greenfield, you're in good shape. Knightstown, you're next up. Pendleton, you're in good shape. Anderson, you're good. Muncie, it's coming towards you. And Newcastle heading towards you. Shelbyville, you're still in line. Edinburgh, Columbus, large tree across Williams Road in Green Township. Let's go out to Green Township and see if we can't find one. I'm not familiar. Where is Williams Road? That's Wampler. I don't think I've ever heard of Williams Road. Maybe Wampler Road. I don't see a Williams Road. Bill, you ever heard of Williams Road?
No, sir. Never have.
I never have either. Wampler Road.
Yeah, Wampler, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I've been on Wampler Road many times. Right here. Oh, I stand corrected. Williams Road, right there.
There you go. Yeah.
A little bitty one. Runs into Egbert. All right. Between New Harmony and Egbert. Large tree down off Williams Road, Green Township. Learned something new today.
Yeah.
All right, let's refresh and take a look at the Brown County area. Teeters and Centennial Road, huge across the road. Dispatch sending out someone to move it. Be cautious. Thank you. So, all right. Well, Brown County Nashville right in the middle of it now. We didn't go red, so that is a plus. Hopefully they just get a little bit we got and we're in good shape. Let's go back up here to Teeters and Centennial. There's Centennial. There's Teeters. So right in this area, folks. Gotta be careful. All right, I think I'm going to call it a night. The storms are closing in on Seymour, Shelbyville, Columbus. No tornado warnings thus far. All been severe thunderstorm warnings. And this one back down here in Owensboro. This has been going on all night. Henderson and Reed. This is way down here in the southern part of the state. Actually, that is, just south of Evansville. It's in Kentucky. Hello, Maryland. We have survived. Now, tomorrow, it's going to suck. Cold air. I appreciate you guys all being on with me all night. Glad that we can keep you informed as much as possible. Unionville, one last check. How you doing, Jake? Long time no see, buddy. You should be good to go. You're Lake Lemonary, right? Unionville? What am I looking at? You're good shape. Thanks, Kagan. Checking in from Honolulu. That's what I'm talking about. Jake, I think you're in good shape. Probably got the same thing we did. Pretty good gust of wind, some heavy rain, some lightning, thunder. That's about it. Hadn't heard of any reports, anything down that way, but all's good out in Dobbs land. So you have fun out in Honolulu, sir. Well deserved. How's 44? 44 is in pretty good shape. I've not heard of anything. I know there's trees down at Centennial and Teeters, and maybe one on Williams. I haven't heard of anything bad out off 44. So good shape there. How you doing, Daniel? You're welcome, Jake. Enjoy Honolulu, buddy. That's a place I've never been, and I probably won't go, but I am jealous. Just got back from the Bahamas. Man, these guys are traveling all over the place. Bahamas, Honolulu.
Yeah.
I just got back from Walmart. All right, guys, gonna jump. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, what's left of it. Remember, tomorrow morning on your church commute, black ice could be possible. Please be safe. And winter returns here. It's already 60. It's dropped 5 degrees. So winter's on its way back, guys. Have a great night. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.